Good evening to one and all, and welcome to our simple production of the stirring historical tragedy, Maria Marten, or, as it is alternatively titled, Murder in the Red Barn! Although arguably the latter appellation does rather prematurely give away a little bit too much of the plot. But nevertheless, we hope that our humble play will in equal measure amuse and dismay, astound and outrage, excite and horrify, as the innocent flower Maria Marten is ensnared by the devilish fiend, William Corder. She falls first to his lust, then to his disdain, and finally to his violence, leading to her untimely demise in the old red barn. And by virtue of a rather formally synergist and dramatically gratifying conceit, our opening scene, in somewhat happier circumstances, also takes place in the old red barn. As the locals gather for a lively evening of music and dancing, in celebration of that most ripe and succulent fruit, profitably harvested for another season, the Polestead Cherry! unmistakable enthusiasm for dancing when it comes to Cherry Day, particularly the younger folk, such as the captivating Maria and her somewhat plainer sister, Nancy.
Oh, Nancy, what fun! Quick, when's the next dance?
Maria, wait, I need to sit down and maybe a glass or two of cherry juice.
And can you rescue in a polsteadity?
A what?
A polsteadity. A bit like a singing but with cherry instead of raisins.
I think we're all right for the moment. Thank you, Mrs. Squatley Lardington.
Oh, you girls who used to wait at nothing.
Oh, come on then, Nancy, live lively, we'll miss the next dance!
Maria, aren't you tired?
Tired? Never. I could go on dancing all night.
Oh, and if you did, you still wouldn't get to the end of the line of handsome men wanting to dance with you.
Oh, I'm your man for the cake horns, Maria.
Spread the weather with me, Maria.
Please, Maria, make me for the bishop's poke.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of handsome men in your line.
Well, I've got Tim.
Tim is an idiot. Polite, considerate, and loyal, but still an idiot.
Hello, Maria. Nancy. Oh, I must say, both of you looking mighty.
Tim, cherry juice.
Well then, you're the lucky one. Tim's a real sweet. As for my sorry looking bunch. There's so many men to pick from, I'm flattered to be asked, but sadly not a single one of them quite fits the bill. If his hands are cold and clammy, if he talks a little fast, or his speech is halitosis, did you feeling ill? If he spouts a man or he's thinner than a mouse, his nasal hairs are black and always will give you a gasp. His facial features are too come how terribly miscast, although it's never going to last. So many pathways, where do they lead? So many choices leave a girl uncertain how best to proceed. So many twists and unexpected turns. So many pathways.
Here you are, Nancy. Didn't know if you wanted black cherry juice or red cherry juice, so I got you one of each.
Oh, Tim, I wanted a Polestead punch.
Polestead Punch, a divine mixture of black cherry juice and red cherry juice, particularly popular with the more adventurous youngsters.
Well, I can go and...
No, never mind now.
Oh, Nancy. No, you ain't half looking pretty tonight.
Well, thank you. I suppose you don't scrub up too badly yourself.
Well, I'm hoping you think that, you see. Tonight's a very special night.
Well, yes, it is. If you want my advice, you'd best be looking lively, Mr. Timothy Martin, Are you gonna join a queue with Maria for a dance with her? Another pretty girl you've got your eye upon?
I agree your sister's pretty, but I wouldn't stand a chance. I'm much better trying to head you a bumbling one.
You could go and ask Rebecca.
No, she's stiffer than a tree.
Or Amelia, she's feisty.
Like a very angry bee.
There's the Daily
The
Girl.
youngest 10, the oldest 83.
And Elizabeth is friendly.
Yes, it used to be a he.
Maybe Jane.
On the hunchback or the trivial amputee.
Or there's Beth.
Who still can join your heart and sister Anne-Marie. Who I review the many options. And there's just one girl for me. So many pathways. Just one seems right.
Well, then you'd better hope the one is feeling romantic tonight.
Sadly for some, festivities such as the Cherry Day dance bring manifold anxieties. And in the mind of Maria's father, for one, community-spirited revelry, if unchecked, can all too quickly slide into wanton or jastic debauchery.
I tell you, Anne, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Maria's just having a little fun. Don't let it upset you, John.
I don't like the way that Gillespie lad keeps licking his lips, or the way that Bartleby boy keeps rubbing his thighs.
John, I'm sure it's all perfectly innocent. Have some more cherry wine. I'm coming rescue in a Polestead clanger.
Oh, what?
A Polestead clanger. A bit like, a Bedfordshire clanger, but with cherry instead of apples. No, not today, thank you, Mrs. Swatley Lardington.
Oh, very innocent till she's got a brood of bastard babies, not one of which knows what to call daddy. Though at first there'll be one man and he's a serpent in disguise.
Now, John.
Who is waiting to seduce her into moral compromise.
Come on, calm down.
So they'll steal away together far from disapproving
Don't get
eyes.
yourself all agitated.
She's uncertain of the etiquette, but glad to improvise. He tears her clothes up.
This again.
Desirous
It's all in
enterprise.
your imagination.
And she can't hope his advances, and never even tries. And soon the moonlit nights are thronged with loud, intoxicated cries.
So many dangers you can't shield her from them, although you may try. There'll still be pathways.
As well as the local farmers and labourers, Polestead was often a temporary home to a troupe of travelling gypsies who would unfailingly appear just in time for the Cherry Day Festival. One such stereotypically uncouth, uncultured, ill-educated gypsy was the lad Pharos, who the previous year had had something of a dalliance with Maria.
Pericles, the Greek philosopher, proffers love and strife to preordaining forces. Plato, through his dialogues, advances love and lust as two divergent forces. Shakespeare penned a sonnet propounding love of more delight than hawks and horses. But what know I of love? Yes, what know I of anything at all? Is my heart chaste or black with base desire? All I've ever known is Maria, 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 Maria. Oh, Maria! I was just thinking about you.
Oh, really?
Not in a weird or anything. Or naked.
Pharos, it's nice to see you again.
You too, Maria. Will you dance with me?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't think it'd be a good idea.
Why not? Is it?
Because I'm a gypsy.
What people say? I mean, my father.
Oh, who cares what the ignorant intolerance their culturally conservative mindsets peddle?
Well, me?
I love you, Maria, and I want us to run away together.
Maybe we should talk later. Alone?
All right, I'll sing out, and you can join me when you hear my signal.
And what will be your signal?
I have mastered the faithful vocal remedy of the exact timbre qualities of many a bird and beast.
Maybe then just an owl?
Remember, when you hear my signal, come quickly. Oh.
And in Polestead, like all good, slightly ancestral rural communities, the passing comment on the recreational frolickings of the morally dubious locals wasn't solely the preserve of close family and friends.
I tell you, Reverend Sparklington, something needs to be done. It's more than unseemly, it's disreputable. Having just seen Parmesan's politely smile at Mrs. Drew, I bet they regularly indulge in secret coronal trysts.
Starving children, sickly mothers, people faces, musical women, brains of Sunday bats and Betty break wrists.
And the girls these days are wanting.
I can teach the young so much.
The lack of
If
castigation.
they have a tender touch.
Take Mariah, for example.
I couldn't see her being keen.
There's a girl who's hardly worldly.
I could show for 17.
So you think Mariah's prettier and love with her and not me?
No, I only said what you said. It's rude to disagree. Let Mariah have some freedom.
They've been up the wicked way.
They'll go strolling in the moonlight.
They'll go rolling in the hay.
She might have blossomed, but she's got a lot to learn.
How to nourish the saplings, how to stimulate the bird. I only ever loved Maria Marten till I
You're
die.
too different to the pair.
Mariah's fun, Mariah's smart, Mariah's pretty, what am I?
But she knows what is wrong, what is right.
They'll be tumbling in the bushes and then fumbling out of sight.
And I know that he's a gypsy, so he can't be any good, but the others are so dreary. I just want myself like a
Fine, she's ugly.
She's trying, we all know where there's public.
You're a liar.
She's too wild.
Saplings grow from tiny seeds.
I mean, kissed her. She needs guidance.
She's your sister.
Is this how you
It's this feeling of the poet's school of
So many
Day?
Oh, yes, I suppose so. But then what would happen to turnip throwing day? And horse licking day?
Bramble sniving day, lard smearing day, slop slopping day, and cousin snogging day. Come on, that was my favourite.
In reality, it seems the people of Polestead barely do a decent day's work.
Oh, all right, there are many wonderful days. But of all the Polestead festivals, surely Cherry Day is by far the finest. Tim, are you feeling quite well?
Nancy, I have something important to ask you. Will you marry me?
Marry you?
I love you.
You're not being serious.
Oh, I rather think he is.
I love you, and I want to be your wife. No, I mean I want you to be my husband. No, I mean I want you to.
Listen, Coddles, it really is most awfully sweet of you. But I'm young, too young to be settling down and having 10 little ones running about the place. Each as clumsy enough as you. And besides, Father would never allow it. I mean, you don't even have a job, let alone a respectable trade.
Oh, Father might agree, Nancy. And you know that Mother's sweet on Tim.
Well, have you even got a ring?
A ring? Gee, Nancy, rings is awful expensive. Thought you might say no.
I have said no.
Oh. Well then, looks like I've saved myself this shiny sovereign.
Timothy Bobbin, where did you get a sovereign from?
It were my mother's. She gave it me, and she lay there dying. Here is Timothy, you take this sovereign, go and buy a gold ring to win the heart of your one true love.
Well, I still say that I'm too young, and that you need a job. Surely you can't be all out useless at everything.
And young Tim Bobbin wasn't the only hopeful youth hopelessly in the thrall of one of the pretty Marten girls.
Pericles, the Greek philosopher, proffers love and strife to preordain.
Empedocles isn't playful that you're going to spend all night mooning over it. Gad!
Zelda, the mother of the gypsy lad Pharos, being a gypsy herself, lacked a certain tender maternal bosom.
You forget. Village folk and gypsy folk together. Well, it never works out well for us.
But Mother...
Have you forgotten the sorry tale of your sister?
Dark hair, beautiful twin sister Carla, who late night dance was observed by a rich, mysterious gentleman who desired her, seduced her, and abandoned her, leaving her utterly heartbroken.
Her heart was shattered and torn out and pieces, her tender soul rent asunder. And she no longer loved to love, and she no longer loved to sing.
She no longer danced, she no longer sang, or went dancing, but one night she did return to the lake.
Which is where you ought to have mentioned was where she previously liked to dance.
She returned to the lake and threw herself in.
The waters deep and dark
And her body was recovered the next morning,
So you do remember the story?
Yes, Mother, of course I remember the story, but I don't see why it's relevant.
He was a villager. She was a gypsy. These things never end well.
Well, I'd say a tenuous point at best, and not one which to explore further. Good night.
But what he doesn't know is that a beautiful locket was found around my beautiful Carla's beautiful neck. And the locket had a mysterious figure of gentleman's name written on it. And so, this I swear, vengeance is mine. Yes, vengeance is mine. I will bring judgment crashing down upon this cold and callous swine. Through agents terror, till morning or divine. Be sure I will be avenged upon you. William Corder! William Corder! William Corder!
Son of the local heir, son of the local squire, and sole heir to his fortune, William Corder.
William Corder! William Corder! William Corder!
And none other than the owner of the Old Red Barn.
The Old Red Barn!
Oh, my blood is blue, my heart is black, and I have no time for these miserable bumpkins or for their cherry-induced hysteria.
Can I rescue the Polestead Parkin?
But by throwing them a bone here and a morsel there. Why, Mrs. Squatley Lardington, here, let me help you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Corder.
They'll bend all the more readily to my malevolent will. If the tenant owed me rent and he couldn't pay, I'd evict him and his family without delay. Then I'd box his ears in lieu of a rainy day, 'cause I'm a heartless villain. If a starving urchin came begging at my door, I would tell him I don't subsidize the scrounging poor. Then I'd give the wretch a frosting till his hide was raw, 'cause I'm a heartless villain. I would sleep in my own family with bare-faced lies. I would punch a frail old lady who was half my size. I would pull the legs of spiders and rip the wings of flies. But there's nothing I like better, and that's the utterly delights than rashly ruining some innocent baby. No question, I'm a heartless villain. See a wide-eyed beauty with so much still to learn. My pulse begins to quicken and my passion starts to burn. So let the others have the remnants once Corder's had his turn. I would steal a blind man's cane without thinking twice. I would lead a faithful vicar into shameless vice. But I'd smile and shake their hands so they think I'm nice. Mindless morons.
Mr. Corder, welcome. It's so good of you to come.
I tell you, Martin, I wouldn't miss it, especially knowing that your lovely wife would be here.
Oh, Mr. Corder.
You must promise me at least one dance, my dear.
Well, I do enjoy a good dashing white sergeant in short bursts at least.
Oh, well, I have no military mandate, Martin.
Oh, but you are dashing, Mr. Corder.
We really are most grateful to you for allowing us to hold the Polestead Cherry Day Dance in the Old Red Barn.
The Old Red
Well, every plucked cherry is something worthy of celebration by my reckoning.
And we were so sorry to hear of your father's protracted illness. I'm sick, and I think I'm going to at this dramatic juncture.
As am I, Martin, as am I. Aye, the old duffer should have been worm food months ago.
Corder's impatience for the squire's demise is a heavy cocktail of intense dislike for the bitter old codger and an eagerness to get his grubby hands on his father's inheritance.
And no doubt you remember my daughter Maria.
Why, yes, of course. Oh, my, what a comely young wench. She is every bit as lovely as her mother. Any self-respecting gent would be minded to tear up his dance card and demand she spend the entire evening dipping and diving only with him.
Oh, Mr. Carter! Ah, there's Faustus' signal. I must escape. Mr. Carter, you flatter me too much. I very much look forward to dancing with you later in the evening.
But why waste a single second dancing with a girl who isn't the prettiest in the room? Come, come, I believe the next dance is the Bride of Bingo.
Oh, but Janet, Alice and Mary Jane would all think me frightfully selfish if I kept you all to myself.
Mariah, I am a man who, when he sees what he wants, reaches out and grabs it with both hands and doesn't let go.
Oh, Farrah's grows impatient. What can I do? What can I do?
Oh, Maria, whatever is the matter? Are you sick?
No doubt, despite my many injunctions to the contrary, the girl's been on the cherry sherry again.
Yeah, Mariah, take my arm.
No, thank you, Mr. Carter, but I'm fine. Just a little more. Perhaps all I need is some air.
Well, I am sorry, Mr. Carter, but I do not know what has come over the girl.
Such rudeness! I fear she's desperately in want of being taken in hand.
Aye, there at least I agree with the old fool. Dang, the lass's flightiness. No harm caused, Martin, nor offense taken. The evening is warm, and my passion is hot. Now I've seen her, so timorous and coy. I know that her exquisite fruits are ripe and ready to enjoy. And so to win her, devilish cunning I'll employ.
He would scarce get his child with a grim surprise. He would skin a cat alive and then poke out its eyes. But we're only simple folks, so we don't realize that he's a heartless villain.
I would beat the one giant foot with my own bare hands. I would push its whining mother into sinking sands. I would chase those filthy gypsies from off my land. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! To be anything else is mere silliness. That's why even my laugh is quite villainous. But there's nothing I like better that so utterly delights than plundering and pillaging some untamed beauty. I've got a new girl in my sights, no, there's nothing I like better. No more grateful use of time than ravishing and ruining this maiden. No question
Want is no question is.
no want is no question
No fear is a qualification.
A heartless villain.
Heartless and ruthless. Shameless, merciless, scrupulous.
Yes, I'm a heartless villain.
Meanwhile, in a nearby forest, despite the advantages afforded by an enchanted moonlit sky, Pharos was struggling.
So he was another philanderer
No, he was another philosopher.
who was also silly.
No, neither of them were silly. Empedocles was Sicilian,
Oh,
from Sicily,
right.
whereas Plato was from
I
Athens.
see. And the other guy?
The other guy was William Shakespeare, the greatest playwright the world has ever known.
Oh, I very much doubt that.
Sorry.
I know you gypsies spin a good yarn, but I strongly suspect that the greatest ever playwright was probably English.
Look, Mariah, I feel we've somewhat strayed from the essential issue at hand. All I ever wanted was to be with you, my heart's desire, sweet Mariah.
Oh, Pharos, kiss me!
Oh, Mariah.
And can you please tell me what it is like to the back of the
So, whilst their discord had found at least a temporary resolution, Back in the old red barn. The course of true love wasn't running nearly so smoothly.
Well, I don't see why not. Sounds interesting. Why don't you be so gloomy about everything?
Look, Bobbin, I'm sure it would be very interesting, being a brain surgeon. I'm just saying that chopping into people's heads isn't as easy as chopping into a turnip.
Well, I could practice.
I'm sure you could. How is your hand?
Still sore. Oh, look. Gypsy fortune teller.
Cross my wrinkled palm with silver, and I will tell all the fates how to stop.
I don't have no silver. Only the shiny sovereign.
Well,
Oh no. I couldn't. It wouldn't be right.
dearest Timothy, don't give this sovereign to any old high bogus fortune-telling gypsy shrew.
Here, Tim, you can have my penny.
Ah, look, your lifeline is very long and straight.
Yes, well, I can tell you all about that. I were cut in turnips, and the knife were real sharp.
But young Tim Bobbin wasn't the only one whose attention had been momentarily arrested by the old gypsy fortune teller.
Aye, look at that necromantic fraudster. Her and her kind are the festering plague on this village, and I would be glad to be rid of them for good. But seeing the old gypsy gives me an idea.
Well, tickle me with an old goose's feather. A long and prosperous life.
And is this the sweet girl who you hope to marry? Cross my palm again, and I will tell of your life together.
Oh, no, no, no. I know my future well enough. I'll wait until this booby settles upon a job, then I'll marry him, and then I'll make him miserable for every day of that long and prosperous life. Come on, Tim.
Ah, ye fates, look now! Look how my sworn enemy approaches. Cross my wrinkled palm with silver, and I will tell all the fates have in store for you.
Still your tongue, shrew. I set no store by your boggle-eyed hope. But there is something you can do for me, and in return I will cross your wrinkled palm, not with silver, but with gold.
What would you have me do?
You know the girl, Maria.
Ah, 'tis the same girl who toys flightily with fun. Could she be Corder's next intended victim? I know her. Pretty little square.
Tell her that a gentleman loves her. One who is rich, one who is honorable, and one who she has met this very night. Do your work well, for with success will come further reward.
So the trap is set, and another girl falls under Corder's lustful desire. But should I pity this sparrow Maria, or her family, when her people have dogged and tormented my people, driven us from village to village and treated us like vermin? No. In one act, I will teach them all a lesson. I will free Barros from that tendril-like grasp, and I will set in motion a plan to put Corder's neck in the hangman's noose.
Debatably a rather convoluted and somewhat speculative plan, but one that plainly demonstrates a gypsy's horrifying capacity for such devilish cunning. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the old red barn, a different gypsy had formulated a different plan to bamboozle a different victim.
You know something? If I had a shiny sovereign, I wouldn't keep it in my pocket.
If I had a shiny sovereign, I'd want to spend it.
Before it got lost or stolen. And I am going to spend it. Give my Nancy a ring. A gold ring with a diamond big as your fist.
A slightly unrealistic aspiration, perhaps, as well as an impractical one.
Of course, you could do that. A ring's nice and all.
But if I were you, I would buy
A spade. A spade? Oh, what would I want with a spade? A spade. You've got a spade, you've got a maze. You never felt a big break with a spade. When you cut the turn, that shiny metal up your biz. Transform your sweat and tears into a glowing accolade. When you've got a spade, got a spade, got a spade. You've got it made when you've got a spade. A spade, a spade. When you've got a spade, you've got a trade. Competition in the shade with a spade. You'll get hugged, you'll get kissed. I think he gets the gist.
She might be happy to assist the guilty flowering crusade.
When you've got a spade.
Full of such distinction, a prize of unfathomable worth, a feat of engineering perfection.
So much more than just a way of digging earth.
Enlarge your fields of vision, embrace your destiny from birth.
All that glitters is not a spade. Spade's its own reward. The early spade always catches the worm, and the spade is far mightier than the sword.
If you live by the spade, then you die by the spade.
As you spade, so you shall breathe. Always spade, never borrow.
Saving time saves nine.
And never cast your spade before swine.
Sometimes you have to put your spade on the line.
Remember, beauty is only ever spade deep.
So dig your way to the top of the heap.
A spade, a spade. When you've got a spade, you get well paid. There's fortune from the long blades with a spade.
When you're in the heart of Shirley,
Cheryl, and Sinead.
the whole world at your feet. When you penetrate the peak,
Make a splash, make a scene. Then you get a team agree.
you'll be praised like a god.
Eviscerate the song.
And when King George gives you the nod to sculpt his dream of esplanade,
You'll surprise and persuade the haughty uncultured brigade with the breathtaking vistas all made.
with your trusty spade,
Got a spade, got a spade.
it's not dusty, it's not rusty, it's a trusty spade.
I could dig in Mary, Bristol, Burma, Bangkok, Cornwall, Grade.
With the aid of the blade of your glorious spade, got a spade, got a spade. You've got it made when you've got a spade.
All right then. Just put one number when the two of you get in off. Oh, tickle my toes. Nancy's going to be so excited when I tell her.
Having not been wholly successful in her attempt to discourage Pharos's amorous advances, Maria had returned.
Ah, there is Corder's quarry. Time for the sport to begin. Cross my wrinkled palm with silver.
Oh, you'd be better off smearing it with goose
Oh,
fat.
really? The Greylag goose or barnacle goose?
I think I would work.
Interesting. I mean, cross my wrinkled palm with silver, and I will tell all the fates have in store.
Oh, I'm sorry, old Gypsy, I have no coin. I really ought to be finding
Hold fast, Maria.
You know my name.
Yes, I know your name.
Hardly so very mystifying given the size of Polestead.
I know a whole lot more about you, Maria.
My surname as well. But no, I really think
No, girl, you must wait and hear what I have to say. The star of your destiny shines so bright. You have met your one true love this night. Though their visions are hazy in my crystal ball, he is handsome, rich, and about yea tall. Many needs and the spirit refuse to share. But his cape is black, his father's squire. He's standing over there. I can't say exactly where, but it is somewhere over there. Who could she name?
you need a good glug of water and maybe something to eat.
Yes, you're right. Perhaps something to eat.
Oh! Oh! Please wait, please! I'm coming! Oh! Oh! Oh!
But no, thank you, I'm fine. I suddenly feel quite well again. And I believe, sir, that I still owe you a dab.
What is this? Maria and William, the suave and handsome son of Squire Cornwall.
You do indeed, Maria, but I must promise you that once we start, I may find it impossible to stop.
If I should lose her, I would quit this village, never to return.
We will dance to Bury, we will dance to London, and we will dance to Paris.
Oh, Mr. Corder!
Oh, Maria!
So, with weak knees, trembling hands, and a throbbing in her belly that's almost certainly not indigestion, Maria swoons as the fiend's honeyed words are drizzled liberally into her virgin oil.
Could it be that my life's about to change? Could the truth be concealed in a prophecy so strange? And my heart is afraid, and the sights are all the same, and its portion always lies. The spark must be found into a flame before it dies. Gypsy's words were true.
No, I couldn't. She's a liar. You do tricks and deceit.
The one that my heart is wedded to.
No, he isn't. He's a bounder, a cad. You'll be wronged and aggrieved.
Doesn't seem like you did once in the past, running other happy times.
Listen to your heart, Maria. Yes, listen, listen.
So intense, expire too fast, and the gently warming embers did to last all through the night.
All through the night. Beware, Maria. Take care, Maria. Take heed, Maria. Proceed with caution, suspicion, and mistrust. Don't be fooled, Maria. It's a heartless
Be, the captain seems to see. Talk of love, talk of fate, and then he starts to swoon. Even a gentle foe takes far less work to tame. Even a faithful dog's less eager when you warn its name. So quick a victory makes a far less intriguing.
Slightly odd of gypsy fortune teller prophesied.
But she lies! The gypsy lies!
I'll wound the girl and bend the girl and toss the girl aside.
If it's fate, then it's fate, and it cannot be denied.
But the future is unknown, so let's make happiness your life. After all, we're only peasants, almost like a violence. Time next we will all upon the playground died. And that's why everybody's happy and does. Yes, everybody.
shy. Hast thou been caught by quarter like a spider snares a fly? Oh, Maria, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? I want to die, but no, instead I'll quit this village and forever say goodbye.
All except for him. Everybody's happy and dance. Yes, everybody's happy and dance. Yes, everybody's smiling because everybody's happy. Happy, 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 happy. Everybody's happy, really, really happy. Because everybody's happy at the dance. Everybody's happy at the dance.
So, after an eventful and somewhat protracted opening scene, the action races forward. A year has passed. Maria has been seduced by the villainous Corder, and she has recently given birth to his unacknowledged child.
Hush now, my baby. Soon your daddy will be coming home with a present for baby and sweet kisses for
However, despite the family's best attempts at discretion, Polestead being such a community-minded place is aflame with salacious speculation.
Of course I like Maria.
Yes, yes, I'm sure you do.
Of course she's very nice.
Oh, very, very nice.
Though I like Maria.
As indeed do we all.
Still, I'm sad to see her so easily caught in a web of vice.
Oh, yes, me too.
And I'm sad to see her succumb to her craving for carnal spice.
Bitterly disappointed.
And I'm shocked that although she's sullied in shame, she would doubt the surrender herself again in a trice, without thinking twice. No, of course she's nice.
But she's a wanton harlot, staying on the village.
Quite so, Mrs. Pennywater.
These things really do need to be said.
Of course I like Maria.
That, my dear, isn't in doubt.
Yes, yes, she's very sweet.
And from a decent family as well.
But love, I like Maria.
It seems almost impossible not to.
Well, I was shocked to see her so quickly consumed by passion.
Really quickly consuming
I'm
all.
shocked so much the girl could swept clean off her feet.
I'm shocked that so decent a family neglected to save her from being devoured by some grumpy cheats.
Who's been like meat with a man like treat? But an indiscreetly sort of sheet.
Of course she's sweet.
But she's a wanton harlot,
A shameless music.
A stain on the veg.
of course it isn't our prerogative to judge. A little romance we'd be churlish to begrudge. But we know how a wing soon turns into a nudge.
And boys will never eat their greens up.
If they feasted first on fudge.
One year passed and still William has not married me. He says that his father, who was on his deathbed, would disinherit him if he knew the truth, so we must be patient and not tell anyone. Meanwhile, it is I who has to bear the shame alone, and I who has to tend morning, noon, and night to a sickly baby, who himself might not be long for this world.
Even when alone, Maria was given to such heartfelt and yet narratively significant ejaculations.
still very much cherish Slatin of a daughter.
Maria?
I'm sorry, but what you just saying?
Well, I am pleased to see you, was what I was about to say. This secret threatens to leak out of me at all moments.
So then, still no sign of the father?
Now, John.
This bounder, who is happy to sow his seed, but's nowhere to be seen when it's time to pull up the turnips.
Soon you will know his name, Father, and I promise you'll like him.
The possibility of any such sentiment evaporated the night he dropped his breeches and lifted your petticoats. Ah, the sweet babe I once cradled at my youthful bosom now seems has youthful bosoms of her own. Bosoms so alluring that they attract the unwanted scrutiny of all manner of...
So then, Nance, where's the little one?
Nancy. Tim.
Gad, don't you have to look funny? Where's all his hair?
Babies don't have no hair, you nincompoop. How are you, Maria?
Father was just discussing my youthful bosom.
corrupting cockle-arms.
It is fair to say that of all the family, it was Mariah's father who was having the greatest difficulty in adjusting to Mariah's somewhat delicate predicament.
Why is as bald as an egg?
Better bald as an egg than stupid as one.
And how's the baby, Mariah? Has the temperature gone down at all?
He's no better, Mother. He won't sleep, he won't feed. He mostly just cries.
And look, it's all gums and no teeth. A goochie goochie goo. A goochie goochie goo. Why the little?
He's got at least one tooth then.
And what the doctor have to say?
Keep your knees together and your clothes won't ever get sunburned.
He said there was nothing more he could do. Then wait and pray.
Look, Nancy. Think you might have my nose.
Well, he better not. That's all I can say, Timothy Bobbin.
I think he's got something of a gypsy's nose. A lustful gypsy's nose.
Now, John, I don't think even gypsies have lustful noses.
Well, Mariah, we'd better be running along. Tim's got a trench he ought to be digging.
We had best be on our way as well. God bless you both and the baby. John, at least kiss your daughter goodbye.
Farewell, Maria. Daughter of mine no more.
Many might proffer that her upbringing to blame, for parents are condemned to bear their children's shame. A firmer hand the girl might still have done the same, but what undoubtedly makes matters worse is not to know the father's name.
Mariah!
Burrows, what are you doing here?
Oh, Mariah, I abandoned these body flatlands as my heart was sorely vexed and almost rent in two by my non-reciprocated emotional yearnings for you.
You mean you loved me?
He means he loved her.
Oh, I loved you, and I still love you, even though the tongues of the gossip mongers have whacked with factual exactitude. And mine eyes themselves validate that you indeed have a child. Tell me, is the child's father that fiend of hell, William Corder?
William is no fiend of hell, or even Polestead.
He is no father either. Why is not by the side of his beloved, and cradling the offspring ejaculated from his loins?
It's complicated.
True love simplifies everything, explodes every obstacle, dresses every trench. All I ever wanted was to be with you, my heart desires, sweet Maria. Though another felt the need to steal your virtue, blood is sweet, his heart is not so lightly free from loving you. While we care for each other's young, then why not together still the gossip's tongue? I offer up myself again, Maria.
Ah, so the gypsy lad has returned. His guileless affection could solve all my problems, and yet such a course would leave me with so many unwanted loose ends. Pah, well, better a child of mine was dead than raised by a gypsy. So, vagrant wanderer, you seek to make Maria an adulteress before she's even a wife.
Corder,
That's Mr. Corder to you, Gypsy.
what brings you, the exalted Mr. Corder, to this humble cottage?
A master need not justify his actions to a dog.
There is only one here truly deserving of the epithet dog.
And can I arrest any of you in a Polestead knob?
I charge you, leave, bog dweller, or else I'll have you whipped.
A bit like a Dorset knob. No?
I shall only do Mariah's bidding, not yours.
Ross, I'm grateful to have a true friend like you, but please.
I'm ever a slave to your desires, Maria.
Maria. It does you no favors to associate with such a slopsucker, or to listen to his emotionally overwrought whining.
Oh, I know you do not share his feelings towards me.
To even compare his feelings to mine is an insult. Of course, I could let meaningless poetry gush out of my mouth, but I am a man of action.
And yet we're still not married.
Every day my father weakens, and soon we will be free.
And tell me you love me.
I will tell you news of greater import than that. I have medicine for the child. He is still sickly.
Yes, but the doctor said there was nothing more he could do.
I have the means for sourcing other medicines, the kinds of remedies about which the local quack is no doubt largely ignorant.
I have the tincture of which you spoke, but have you a cure?
And you're certain it is sufficiently potent?
A couple of drops is all that is needed, and your dog will suffer no more.
Then here, an altruist's reward.
So you alleviate the suffering of a pitiful beast, or instead do you seek to still the weakly beating heart within the tender bundle of flesh, who heralds the world to your own villainy? Mwahaha! What can I? Each step you take, Corder, is a step closer to the gallows. Vengeance is mine. Yes, vengeance is mine. Mwahaha!
But are you certain this medicine's safe?
A tablespoon, and it will do its work. You see, Maria, love is an action, not mere poetry. So I consider me unfeeling, I would quite readily concur. A dozen droplets of this potion and will settle no explosion, and I'm not just rid of baby, but I'm rid of her. So goodbye to rural littles, and back to groping in the grind. Yes, back to ravishing and ruining sweet maiden, not the maiden, the Western Nine, a heartless villain.
Look, the child! He finally convulses! He's burning up! Burning up! William! He's dead!
William William
Of course, infanticide or no infanticide, Polestead wasn't the most stimulating environment for a well-to-do young thruster like William Corder. In his London club, he was generally considered to be a darn good egg. But what with his miserly father's stranglehold on his pitiful allowance, and his perpetual run of the most terrible gaming luck, maintaining such an exalted status was far from straightforward.
Money, 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 money. We'll bet on anything. You'll stake on anything. You'll stake on almost anything. Everything after all, it's only money. Money, 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 money. Gentlemen, please place your bets.
How many guys can be balanced on a crate?
3, 6,
8.
How many chums have a relative called Guy? 9,
2,
5.
How many crows will catch in that tree?
how many girls can fit on my knee?
How many seconds would ever take to down a pint of Johnson's pea?
How many cons are in this barn? How many chaps here have kissed a nun? How many girls dropped naked by his shoes with wrinkly Watson runs?
You strip down to your socks and bring me, let's all have some fun. Ha! Money, 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 money. Don't bet on anything. Gonna stake on anything. You will take on almost anything. Everything 'cause it means it's just money.
How many feet could his victim to the roof?
3,
4.
8. How many eggs have I captured inside my shoe? 9, 5. How many bets this year has corner won? None!
How many fellows can touch their toes?
How many petals are in this road?
How many roasting hazelnuts can Sheringham shove up his nose? How many cows will name his John? How many porkers of each and swan? How many jets are parading round the house with women's clothing on?
Especially the garters.
How many decent Chinese in this clubhouse college goes on? It's how many cooks we take there? Then the money's almost gone. One. William Porter. Money, 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 money. We'll bet on anything. We'll stake on anything, everything. It's only money.
Me, this will bring. I'll have nothing left but debts and penury. And all my wild days, not a memory. But there's just one chance the game permits. No wily stratagems, no kingly sharpened wits. It's all just one crow, one single happy crow. What say we go for double or quits?
Double or quits, double or quits. Porter wants to go for double or quits.
William, wait, this act of bravado is sheer lunacy, and you certainly want to make the wager.
I'd dig up my own mother and wager her rotting bones for a chance to wipe the smirk off of his self-satisfied chops.
More thousand, you know, only if you lose, that makes it 8. That's an awful lot to wager on the foibles of fate. So take the dice and roll them, but corners do roll them straight.
He's taken the wager, he's taken the wager. Dig him a mortar, let's take the Porter's wager.
You throw first, Corner. The fate is smiling on you.
5, 4. The highest single throw is in the advent of a draw. So that means Dickie needs to throw a 9 or more. What will be his score? 3. Just get a valley move on, 'cause the tension's killing me. If Dickie throws a 5 or less, then Porter's free. What will it be? Wait, let me see.
No, it's a fix, it's a fix, it's a fix, it's a fix. What were the chances?
6.
That's £8,000, Corner. You have 1 month.
1 month, 1 month. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Tell me where will I get the
Money, 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 money. Now Porter's down the shore. He's joined the scrounging ball. He's on the floor. The Porter get more money.
Mr. Caller, sir, I have a message for you concerning your father.
Oh yes, I want new means. Does the tight-fisted old decrepitant intend to torment me now?
Begging your pardon, sir, but he's dead.
Dead? Well, tickle my toes with a turbot's tail! At last he's dead!
A strange reaction, you might think, on initial consideration, but one that truly begins to plumb the depths of Corder's black and pustulating heart.
At last I'll have this! And demons of hell prod and prick his corpulent mass for all eternity!
Solution, but due to the severity of the local dastardly laws, at least in Corder's mind, a judicious one.
But now your father's dead, there's no reason why we can't get married straight away. And then Thomas too could be buried here.
Maria, married? Straight away? Well, there are all manner of legal obstacles that must be carefully navigated. Until my situation is clear, any such action would be foolhardy.
William, I've suffered shame and loneliness for you. So don't think you can wriggle out your promises so easily.
Right. Nothing cools a man's passion quicker than a nagging prospective wife.
Better my tongue wagging angrily in your ear than carelessly in another's.
Meaning?
Meaning?
And can we invest you in a cherry Polestead? A bit like a cherry bagel, but with cherries instead of... Oh...
Meaning I know the secret that could ruin you.
Ah, the chick has become a nuisance, and I fear the time approaches when I must wring her scrawny neck.
Maria, I beg of you, do not judge me harshly. I only sought to test the mettle of your love.
I do not find it wanting in any regard. We shall be married.
Oh, William!
In London.
Oh, William?
Ah, Porter and Maria together. I see whilst the cook has been away from the stove, the pot has continued to boil.
But why London?
How strange. Maria with the late squire's son, William Corder. It is true indeed that you don't need a mirror to know whether or not you wear a hat. What does that even mean?
Maria, there is no point open for debate. If we are to be married, then we must away this very night, and in secret, with you in some convincing disguise. Perhaps a local farmhand. I bid you, meet me at midnight, in the old red barn.
The old red barn!
Is there no other place? It's always giving me the goosey jib jabs. And what's more, did not the strange gypsy seer warn me? In the old red barn you will meet your
Well, that's just rude.
Maria, am I not your one true love, and aren't our fates from this day forward forever together entwined? Meet me at midnight, in the old red barn!
The old red barn!
At last, all my dreams have come true, and we are to be married. Although, 'tis strange him wanting us to run away to London. And 'tis stranger still him not wanting any of my family or friends to be there. And 'tis strangest of all him wanting me to dress up like a man. But who cares one jot? I am to be married. I must quickly awake to ready myself. Maria, wait! Nancy! How long have you been lurking there?
Long enough to know that I'm soon to be a squire's wife's sister.
Don't you mean a squire's son's wife? No, hang on, what is that? A squire's wife's sister once removed?
Oh, his squiring days are well and truly done. Your William is now Squire of Polestead.
Well, come quickly and help me. We don't have much time to turn myself into some ridiculous bumpkin. First, I'll need a pair of stinky old trousers, not washed for a month.
Oh, Tim has just a pair.
Perfect. And some ill-fitting and much patched-up rag of a shirt.
Yes, Tim has a few that you can choose from.
And worst of all, one of those dreadful floppy hats.
Oh, you mean like the kind Tim always wears? Oh, now hang on a minute.
Oh, Nancy, what do you care? So you're going to marry a bumpkin, and I'm going to marry a squire. So long as we're both happy. Now come on, there isn't much time.
So he has promised the moon and a sky full of stars to his empty-headed little coquette. But I know what he truly intends. Not to marry the girl, no. But instead, do away with her. But William, do not doubt it. Your every move is observed. I will bring you down. Yes, I will bring you down. And me a bed trod you way up on you.
Conspire against me with gnawing malevolence, as it appears that my father from beyond the grave has found the means by which he can continue to frustrate my ambitions. Before breathing his last, he inserted into his will a clause that prevents me from selling Polestead Manor, thus leaving me bereft of the necessary funds to clear my substantial debts. But I have a plan. I have resolved to burn the property to the ground and collect more than a generous sum on the insurance. And to ensure that none suspected it was I who played the merry arsonist, I have determined that all suspicion will fall on the gypsies,
as this morning I have given them but a week's notice to quit my lands or face the full wrath of the law. There is one further loose end, which if were left unattended to, could yet be my undoing. The girl, Maria, a passing diversion, has since caused me much trouble, and now threatens to expose the darkest of my deeds. But she will arrive and meet me tonight, and I will make sure that she never sees the morning.
Gypsies bursting with disgruntlement gather at Polestead Manor, the first step of Corder's fiendish plan is achieved with relative ease.
Brothers, I beg you to lend me your attention. This arch-fiend William Corder not only threatens the intimate sanctity of our humble dwellings, but also the very philosophy that underpins our essence as a cultural community. Mere words, however lucidly expounded, I feel prove themselves insufficient, and it may therefore be necessary to our objectives to be expressed by means more visibly immediate. Are you with me?
What did he say?
I'm not sure. I haven't got a clue.
I think Barros means we should chuck stuff and maybe break a few windows.
We want justice, our birthright defended, our liberty upheld, a warmer welcome extended.
Our recognition that all men are truly brothers would be splendid.
And to see hanging from a tree that fatal harvest villainy, William Corder, William Corder, William Corder, William Corder. The reward is coming, at least metaphorically speaking. I do not deny that your bloodlust is justified, but I have a prior claim on this repugnant ravager's life, as he now has done me a far greater wrong, and I now for 5 years have been plotting his comeuppance.
Hang on a minute. Was it not exactly 5 years ago that my dark-haired, olive-skinned, beautiful twin Staccato was abandoned by her treacherous yet hitherto unnamed lover? Could it be that this vile seducer and William Corder are one and the same?
'Tis true. Although your abridged version of the story does sometimes lack some of the dramatic import of the original, and that is why. Vengeance is mine. Vengeance is mine. Vengeance is mine. It is a task. For justice, then you'll have to wait your turn in line. We'd like to string him up and sell the steps becomes a fine. Let's go and write a stiffly worded letter for us all to sign. William Corder, oh, you're just so nasty. So say you're sorry, really sorry, and just try harder. Side all the gypsies.
Hang on. Do any of us actually know how to write?
I don't.
Me neither.
I can't even hold a pen. Forget it. Let's just get Melvin to go and put a dead ferret through his letterbox.
Yes!
Meanwhile, John Martin's objectives for the evening were being realised somewhat less successfully.
And so, Mrs. Billy Watler, Reverend Sparklington, though I right enough agree that my daughter's a shameless and wanton harlot who has freely given herself over to depraved debauchery and baseless vice, I beg of you to put in a good word for her with the magistrate.
The magistrate, who in accordance with the aforementioned somewhat antiquated local bastardy laws, was looking to start proceedings against Maria.
Mr. Martin. Of course I like Mariah.
Yes, she really is a dear.
exist.
I remember the speech she gave 8 years ago.
But though I like
As
Mariah,
the posted parsney princess.
well, tomorrow some other girl finds she's powerless to resist.
And the clear injunction was quick to be lost in a moral mist.
Forgiveness for one inadvertently lead to a bevy of names of an ever-expanding list of girls in a twist. No, we'd like to resist, but no, I really don't think there is anything more we can do.
Yes, William Corder, your day of reckoning is at hand. My car will soon be avenged.
Ah, so the nomadic crone is none other than the mother of that beautiful but pitifully clingy conquest of my youth, the sweet Carla.
Yes, I have plotted every step of your path, and very soon you'll be brought down. I have aided you with the girl Mariah. I know how you have wronged her. I know how you have murdered your own child, and I know the harm you intend on her.
Than which you know too much.
Corder!
You must die tonight.
Hound of hell! You will be swinging from the gallows! I have seen it! I have seen it!
But no, not with a gentleman's pistol, but instead a gypsy's knife. And the suspicion of your murder will not fall on me, but on your own son, Phallus.
No!
Like rats around rotting cheese.
Mother, no! What has happened? What grievous sequence of misfortunes has concluded thusly?
Corder! It was all William Corder! You must wreak terrible vengeance upon who?
Upon who must we wreak this terrible vengeance? Give us a name.
Or some small clue.
I know. What letters does his name start with? K, B, U.
C.
Caterpillar.
Caravan.
Cabbage.
Casserole.
It is all William Corder. Prematurely snuffed out, not so very far away, Maria is full of expectancy for the new life which she was about to embark upon.
And Nancy, are you sure I look all right?
Mariah, even dressed as a man, you still look beautiful.
Oh, but will anyone recognise me?
I doubt even I'd recognise you. Though I might think to myself, who's this dark, handsome stranger? And what on God's earth possessed him to come to Polestead?
Well, he's certainly more than glad enough to be leaving.
Well, he'd best be looking lively then. It is nearly midnight.
You're right, I mustn't arrive late to the old red barn.
I believe that's my dark, handsome stranger. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the ninny might be a teeny bit jealous. Here, Mariah, let's hug and kiss some
listen to my mind, there's just one thing to do. So for you, I will do what a man has to do. Fight me, fight me, fight me, fight me, fight me, fight me, throw a punch. Fight me, fight me, fight me, fight me. You're just a scrawny maggot that I eat the likes of you for lunch.
Fight him, fight him, fight him, fight him, fight him, fight him.
I'll have to fight him, princess.
Fight him, fight him, fight him, fight him.
My knees are shaking, my stomach's turning. There ain't much fighting in this fist. Oh, tease my teeth, jumping, please. It might take him on more than I can handle. Hey, Mr. Whippersnapper, just one kiss I won't refuse.
But what about what I want? Ain't it up to me to choose? You whip, I wouldn't let no one kiss my girl in front of me. And one kiss ain't enough, I'd rather two or even three. Goodbye, my love, I shall see you again very soon.
Oh, farewell, my sweet. I shall count the days. And in the meantime, be sure to write and tell me all about your adventures. I mean, what the people why didn't you fight to save my honor like a proper man?
It seems if any stranger wants to kiss you, then he can.
You blew me, I ain't kissed no man, I swear to you no lies.
But how can you deny that witness by my own two eyes? I know old girls are fickle, but I done found it with surprise.
Dumb's about the size of it. That weren't no handsome stranger, but my sister in disguise.
Your sister?
Yes, my sister.
Your sister Maria?
Yes, my beautiful, pale-skinned, fair-haired younger sister Maria.
Oh, it were Maria. Of course, I knew that all the time. I were just playing along.
Oh my, you're a right royal potato muncher. Kiss me,
What?
kiss me, kiss me.
Really?
Kiss me, want it here. Kiss me, kiss me.
Though I can't say I understand, I'll gladly kiss you, and no fear.
Kiss her, kiss her, kiss her, kiss her, kiss her, kiss her.
Put your hands around my hips.
Kiss her, kiss her, kiss her, kiss her.
My knees are shaking.
Hearts are pounding.
There's lots of love in these lips.
Go on, boys, on the lips.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
And still, no one knows the father's name.
Maria knows, but for whatever reason, she chooses to keep it from us.
I have my suspicions that it might well be the lad Barros Lee.
You mean the gypsy?
I don't see what difference that makes.
We are all God's children under heaven. But
But,
where?
Well, it's plainly evident that any gypsy, by definition, is...
Is it impossible that a gypsy might be good? Is it impossible that a gypsy might be decent, upstanding?
Who's to say that this Barros might not be a perfect husband for Maria, and that they might not live together, forever happy ever after? Is it impossible this gypsy Barros might be good?
But I know how the news about the gypsy fire from the manor.
Polestead Manor?
My, how very interesting.
we don't know that Faros was involved.
Let the flowers leave her in addition to keep them from overrisking my little father.
Oh, Maria.
And so, with many of the evening's ambitions already accomplished, William Corder now set his mind to the night's final vile and villainous purpose.
I am resolved to do that which must be done, and I have about my person the means of which to do it. But dang me, I've forgotten to bring any of the means of disposing of the body. But wait, who is this bumpkin?
you, sir. I will give you a right good hiding if you kiss her again. Nay, if you so much as even look at my Nancy.
You hear that?
All right, you can kiss the girl till both your lips is chafing.
Lordy, not only a bumpkin, but an idiot. With a spade. Listen, sonny, how much for the spade?
My spade.
My spade? Why, sir, it ain't for sale.
wish to buy it, merely to have the use of it this one night. So, how much?
1 night. A sovereign.
A sovereign?
Well, you see, what was it? A spade. When you got a spade, you got it made. You'll never fail to make the grave with.
Listen here, you dolt. You'll take a penny and be grateful. Now clear off and see you never mention this to anyone.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Most generous of you, sir.
As a lad who spent the far greater portion of his youth nose deep in books, Pharos was finding the night's exertions somewhat fatiguing.
I must flee! But no, first I must seek out the sweet beloved of my bosom, and precipitately apprise her of the monster's malevolent intentions.
He means he must warn Maria.
I must warn Maria. But where will she be at midnight on such a night? How will I find her?
You seek your heart's desire, the beautiful Maria. Without delay, you must speed your way to the old red barn.
The old red barn. Oh.
So here I am. No sign of William yet, but he'll soon be here. Wait, somebody's coming. Is it my true love? William!
Maria!
Well, I am pleased to see you, Pharos. But what are you doing here? And how did you recognize me in this disguise?
Your face is ever before me, and the trappings about it could never cloak its beauty.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
But I've come to warn you.
to warn me?
This. Much ill spoken of me will clamour in your ears, but it is all falsehood.
I don't understand.
I mean that flawed conjectures based on misconstrued happenstance will be advanced against me.
Pharos, just speak plainly.
Maria, William Corder is a. There he is. Quick, after him. Maria, I must fly, but you too, abandon your allegiance to Corder. Oh.
Why, good evening, Miss Nora.
Give my regards to your phone.
No, hang on. How did you... Oh, never mind. So once again, I am all alone.
They went that way. Quickly, everyone.
Lovely night for a show, Miss Maria.
In this quiet and deserted spot...
Quickly, to the manor house. The east wing might still be safe.
Don't go catching a chill, Miss Maria.
Where few ever dare venture...
We must flee, or the village is about to come after us.
Leave for some secret assignation, Miss Maria.
Ah. Oh, come on! I've never even met you! Is everybody finished? Thank you. Then I'll wait here on this beautiful, clear, and starry night. Oh no, it is raining! Well, then I have no choice but to enter the old red barn. Where is he? Surely it is almost midnight. He'll be here soon. That my life's about to change. I don't like it here. Perhaps I should leave. Could the truth be concealed in a prophecy's love? What was it Pharos was trying to tell me? Abandon your allegiance to Corder. And my heart is afraid, and it's certain of the same, and his caution always comes.
Listen to the heart, Maria. Yes, listen, listen.
Good evening, Maria.
William, you're here.
Why, of course, for it is midnight, and this is the old red barn.
Sorry, is that meant to be a joke or something? But seriously though, I still don't think I really get it.
Goodbye, Maria.
months have passed, and no one has heard from Maria. Which is hardly surprising, given she's dead and buried in a shallow grave in the old red barn. And while some are increasingly distressed by her prolonged and unexplained absence, others have more pressing concerns.
Look at me, what a chump! I ain't nothing but a stupid, useless lump, and my whole life is stuck in something of a slump. Look at me. I used to dream and think much bigger, but since I'm now a spadeless digger, without no tool at my disposal, she'll never welcome my proposal. Without my Nancy, heaven knows, I'll always be alone.
And even when children are no longer children, fathers will always be fathers, and they can't help but blame themselves for their offspring's misfortunes.
Look at me, what a dolt, who instead of kindness chose verbal assault. And now Mariah's gone and everything's my fault. Look at me, I get too quickly agitated by all things carnally related. I couldn't bear to hand her over to Romeo and Casanova and every other thrusting rover in Polestead.
And as for Pharos, life as a fugitive on the run from the law wasn't much fun, but he still found time between scrabbling around between the bushes and the ditches to wallow in a little self-pity.
Look at me, a lovesick fool. I never used to think that love could be so cruel. My days and nights are squandered wondering if you'll ever come back to me, Maria, or are you lost forever?
Why for all this time is she determined to lay low? Is she angry or afraid to ashamed her face to show? Or is it simply that the pace of life in Polestead is so spirit sapping, so destroying my lonely and God-wrenchingly slow? Compared to none, compared to anywhere.
Anywhere, of course, except for little Wortley Bottom. Yeah, the frog from little Wortley Bottom. What a bunch of carrot-munching scuffers.
And excuse me, supposed to be a private moment of internal reflection.
Sorry. Doesn't she realise she's singing it all out loud?
But whilst for Corder, things were looking up. After a lengthy courtship of 2.5 days, he had married the wealthy, if somewhat austerely puritanical Mary Moore, and together they had established a gratifyingly gainful business.
Look at me, what a swell. I have to say that things have worked out rather well. I have a wife who wants to save my soul from hell. She's cleared my guilt, shown me the error of my ways, and now we dwell in humble piety and run a quiet and dignified hotel. For young ladies. Mary, my darling, I would so dearly love to join you, but alas, my headache worsens.
I'm very sorry to hear that, my sweet, as I know how you were very much looking forward to our regular Thursday evening, silent reflection and meditation on our maggot-like status as miserable, miscreant sinners. So, perhaps you're feeling better later. You can join us for the third and fourth hours?
Ah, if only I could, but there are also a few matters of urgent business that demand my most personal attention. Of course, when things get bland, it's nice to have so many enticing options at hand, like Bessie, Minnie or Clara, Grace or Ruby. Because you see, my tastes aren't so particular, anything extracurricular, any girl at all. Blonde, brunette, fasting, short or tall, in the kitchen, study, country, parlor, library, or come like a Christmas song in naked girls, we're gonna have them all. Alice, Esther, Hazel, Laura, Elsie, Pauline. Pauline!
Mary!
I just forgot my glasses.
Why, yes, Pauline, I can see your back is very tender. Goodbye, my love. You had best see Dr. Prodbury and perhaps spend the rest of the evening lying down.
How am I ever going to afford to buy a ring?
How can I ever reconcile with the daughter you've offended?
How am I ever meant to sleep with all the worry?
How can I put their minds at rest without betraying her secret?
What a clutch.
What a mess.
What a grief.
What a bind.
Should have tried to be less intemperate and unkind.
Perhaps a soul. With all the worry I am going out my mind. Suit me more.
If we had the chance to talk.
Or a pick, or a fork. If I knew more of the facts. Or a sickle cider axe.
If I travelled down to London, then perhaps somehow I'd hide her.
Yes, the monkeys are far more fun than they in loving organ grinder.
Come on, Tim, we're going to London.
To London? But I've never even been as far as... What's that village 2 miles down the road called again?
Tim, we have to go to London to find Maria. And I'm sure that, despite it being one of the largest cities in the world, with well over 2 million inhabitants, it shouldn't be too hard to track down William Corder.
Oh, have I got a few things I should like to say to him?
Well, come on then, you head John Poker.
The train is never slow. Each day new girls arrive to replace the old ones that go. Like Minnie, Rose or Bertha, Paige or Jessie. Whilst Mary prays to God in humble piety, I praise creation's rich variety, indulging acts of piety with girls in high and low society like Daisy, Effie, Flora, Regina, Hattie, Irene, Elena, Edna, Eva, Jane, Mariah.
Look at me. Look at me. William Corder, look at me. Look at what you've done to me. Cheated me, ruined me, maddened me, but we will be watching. Yes, we are watching you. Every ploy, every plot, every stain, every spot, every blemish, every blister, every flaw, we will be watching you. When you roar, there will be none disposed to catch you. Mr. Corder?
That thing's back!
Are you quite all right? Didn't mean to give you the wibbly wotsits.
Flesh and blood. And my, what youthful flesh. I am fine. And how may I help you, a sweet young maiden all alone in this city of vice and depravity?
But she ain't alone, Sadie. She got me.
Oh, God, the scarecrow stuffer from Polestead.
I'm looking for my sister, Maria.
Maria! Of course, this must be the somewhat plainer, if not altogether unappealing sister.
Excuse me, but I don't consider myself so very much the plainer.
Oh, quite. Which is why you have secured the devotion of this unquestionably Adonis-like specimen of manhood.
Missy Bobby, quit that!
I'm sorry, but I don't know this girl you speak of. Maria? She certainly isn't occupying any of our rooms.
Don't be daft. You two were eloping together to get married. Here in London.
Dang, she knows a lot, but does she know enough to tighten a rope around my neck? I must play my hand with the utmost care. Ah, now I remember. There was a girl called Maria. I danced with her some time ago, one evening in Polestead. Was it slop-slopping day?
It was the Cherry Festival Dance. You danced with her, and a lot more besides that. She had your bastard baby.
Well, I promise you, although I lunge with vigor in the St. Derek's waddle, my wiggling and woggling stops with the music.
I don't understand.
Of course, it wouldn't be the first time some young Pauline dreamt up so plausible a tale.
Oh, she were quite clear. You and her were eloping together after meeting first in the old red barn.
You're wrong. However, memory does indeed stir. Did this Maria not run off with some gypsy rat? The same rodent accused of burning down my family home and killing his own mother? Pah! Well, I can see why you would prefer to believe her happily wed to a wealthy London gent. But if she is disappeared, then surely, rather than me, this desperado is the one to pursue. Now, good day to you both.
Oh, Maria, what have you done? Come on, Tim.
Well, well. You, sir, are a rapscallion, and I need for the whole world to know the truth of it!
Ah, then the game is up and I am finished.
A Christian is moved to lend his brother a spade.
By Jews.
Upon solemn oath, assuring its return.
The other sucker knows
And
nothing.
then he disappears, taking the Christian's property and livelihood with him.
'Tis true, good lad, 'tis true. I owe you a profound apology.
No, you owe me a spade.
But I no longer have your spade.
But I need the spade so I can told to buy Nancy a ring.
Well, here, for your loss and for your trouble, take this ring and let us call it settled.
Why, sir, if I am a Christian, then you are the Pope. Thanking you kindly, sir, thanking you kindly.
And so, somewhat implausibly, Timothy Bobbin's spade has garnered him a nugget of not insignificant treasure.
Jocelyn Jiggler, will you quit that?
Sorry, Nancy, but I have a surprise.
What, is your head not, after all, emptier than a squirrel's nut dungeon at the end of winter?
But whilst Maria's sister's boyfriend's problems seem to have happily resolved themselves, back in Polestead, Maria's mother's mounting anxieties are not only afflicting her days, but now also her nights.
No, please, no, in mercy's name, no!
And what is it? Another dream?
Not another dream, the same dream.
My poor duck. Try and turn your mind from these troubling thoughts and think on happier things. Why, this Friday it's Grease and Weasel Day.
Another festival, but one which, for obvious reasons, is only really popular with the older inhabitants.
How can I dwell on happier things when there is still no word from our daughter Maria?
Then perhaps you'd best tell me more about it.
Ah, my nights are tormented, my slumber bedeviled by harrowing visions and by horrifying nightmares. These past 3 nights thrice I have dreamt it, thrice I have seen it, and witnessed with intensifying dread. Maria, my sweet Maria, in the old red barn, there in the old red
It's old, it's red, it's as bad as your run. It's old, it's red, it's as bad as your run. It's old, it's red, it's as bad as your run. It isn't green, it isn't blue, or any other shade of hue, and it absolutely isn't you. No, it's the old red
See the sweet Maria, she waits on me to go. She seems perturbed and anxious, she paces to and fro, and then a sudden flash of lightning compels her haltingly to go inside the old red barn. Inside the old red
It's old, it's red, it's as bad as your run. It's old, it's red, it's as bad as your run. It's old, it's red, it's as bad as your run. There is no other bun to match its walls of wood, its roof thatch. Maria clicked the rusty latch and went into the old red barn.
Maria waits in darkness,
Darkness.
while storms of winter rage.
to her feet once more. In desperation, make it to the bolted door. In rage, she throws her promptly back down to the floor of the old red barn.
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 The old red barn.
Of the old red barn.
The old red barn. The old red barn.
The old red barn. The old red barn.
The old red barn.
Red barn. It's all the fancy roof was dated, many years down the strip. And Homer Ryan crossed it. Another heart is still paid. And that tonight she's going to meet her fate in the old red barn. In the old red barn. In the old red barn. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy
Final prayer was said. He took two pistols, packed with lead, and shot Maria in the head twice, till she lay dead, so cold dead, in the old red barn.
It's old, it's red, it's barn's your barn. It's old, it's red, it's barn's your barn. It's old, it's red, it's barn's your barn. It isn't green, it isn't blue, or any other shade of hue, and it absolutely isn't new. It's old, it's red, it's barn's your barn. It's old, it's red, it's barn's your barn. It's old, it's red, it's barn's your barn. It's old,
But what trouble?
yes, it's very, very old. It's red,
What deprives me
not a
of
silver bronze or gold, not a heart,
keeps me up on
not a garage or a ship, not a
everything.
in the old red barn, in the old red barn, it proves the aforementioned old red barn. The old red barn, there in the old red.
I mean, I suppose it's possible I could have just been munching on too much cheesy cobbler.
All right then, let's go have a look at this barn.
So, these miserable soil scratchers are still discombobulated over their missing daughter.
As a courtesy, John Martin had written to William Corder asking for permission to search his property. In Polestead, even a suspected, brutally murdered and indecorously buried daughter is no excuse for impoliteness.
I have rushed back from London to allay any suspicions, or else to see them transferred onto one not here to defend his honour. The gypsy lad, Ferros Lee, with his face on 1,000 hoardings and constables sweeping the land in search of him. The last place he'll ever return is Polestead.
My dearest darling son, you must return forthwith back to the village you absconded from. Make haste, return to Polestead.
Strange that though I face this certain arrest and execution for a crime neither of my doing or of my desiring, I feel a sudden compulsion to return to Polestead.
Mr. Corder, we really are really grateful for you coming all the way from London.
When surely but a key would have sufficed.
But Martin, I am most happy to do anything to ease a father's apprehensions. And Dame, I can only imagine what paroxysms of torment you have suffered from your thrice-repeated hellish vision.
What is it? Mr. Corder?
I'm sorry, but as you can see, the barn is empty. Quite empty.
As empty as a squirrel's nut
dungeon at the end of winter.
Tim, hush up your nosh from a jabbering nonsense.
I really don't know what could have become of her. And whilst that gypsy murdering Gypsy remains unapprehended.
Farros Lee!
Yes, that's that sludge slurper's name.
No, John, look! Farros Lee!
Will all be.
A return timed with the actual decision.
Good folk of Polestead, I have rebounded these parts in order to expostulate my guilt on the imputations levelled against mine honour.
I think Farros means he didn't do it.
Hold fast, Gypsy. My pistol is trained on you, and I swear it never misses its mark.
Oh, that's a fancy one, with his initials engraved on the handle.
And to point the finger of accusation towards the aid of my sisters, my mothers, and my beloved's destruction, William Corder.
Constables, we shall hear no more of his knavish ramblings. Arrest him and have him bound for very jail at once.
My, well, punishment leads with an old duster. What a funny chance.
Timothy, what have I just told thee?
Here we
Wait,
are.
what funny chance?
Here we are, all a-looking for your sister Maria. And I have found her scarf.
Ma, Pa, why look?
Such a garment could have been housed here unbeknownst for months, perhaps even since the cherry day comes.
She were wearing it as a neckerchief the night she disappeared. Neckerchief?
I'm mighty funny at work. Saw her dressed as a man, a hugging and a kissing my Nancy, and I came over and gave her a right piece of my mind.
I'm surprised you felt at liberty to share what little there was.
I mean,
Timothy. Here, look here. It looks as if the earth is being unnaturally disturbed.
Then in mercy's name, we must dig, and I would bow down and worship all the demons in hell if we were to find nothing underneath it.
Martin, you deduce too much from scant evidence. All through the colder months, moles, foxes, and all manner of burrowing beasts seek to make this shelter their winter home.
Then perhaps, sir, you might be the first to bend your back and dig.
I might dig, but alas, we have no implement. And lacking a spade, I won't scrabble.
and here, look here, a spade propped up against the
Oh,
wall.
that's my spade, hands off! And what is your spade doing here?
Well, you see, I lent it to... Oh. I'm sorry, Nance, but I can't tell you.
Timothy, dearest, what do you mean you can't tell me?
Well, I'd like to, but then I'd have to give Mr. Corder back his ring.
Let me have a look at that ring.
No, you can't, because you haven't said yes yet. Dan, we haven't even asked you yet.
This is the ring she was wearing when she disappeared. The ring she said you gave her the very day the two of you were eloping to London.
Eloping? London? Rings? Spades? What is all this?
Well, you see how we're like this.
My mind was uncertain, my conscience conflicted, when the good Mr. Corder asked me to lend him my spade.
Stop all your dramatics and tell us what happened.
All right, then. I lent him a spade on the night Maria disappeared. When he asked for it back, he said he didn't have it no more, so he gave me that ring instead.
Well then, sir, no more excuses. You have your spade.
And my spade.
You have Tim's spade.
Oh, no, actually, this is his spade.
You have
That
a
ring.
spade. It's time to dig.
So, this is what we've come to. We're all to take the words of a gypsy and an idiot. One should be in chains and one should be drowned in bath.
I mean,
Corder, dig.
A cloth cap.
Why, that hat was mine.
The very same, Father. Maria borrowed it to finish off her manly guise.
Corder, go on.
with that lead puncher. That was in your hand. And look, your initials etched on the handle.
Bend your back once more, William Corder.
And, can I arrest anyone in there?
Oh, no. Don't suppose I can I? Don't suppose anyone wants a cake?
No one wants a bloody cake, do they? No one ever wants a bloody cake. It's always bloody Maria Marten this, bloody Farrellsby that, and bloody William Corder the other. Well, I've had enough. I'm quitting Polestead and I'm ditching Mr. Squally Lardington, and I'm gonna run off with a lad half my age from the next village called Harry Kipling. And we're gonna make and sell cakes together, and we'll be famous. And people from all about will be heard to say, "Oh, that's Mrs. Squally Lardington. She makes exceedingly good cakes, you know." You mark my words.
Corder, you finish it, that we may all have some peace.
Maria! 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 No! 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 I can't go on! I can't! It was I who seduced Maria! I who fathered her child! I who did away with her sickly babe using poison! And I who murdered her here in the old red! And I who murdered the gypsy mother Zelda! And I who brought about the untimely demise of her daughter Carla! What? Ye gods, what must I confess to now? And I, who took and failed to return the idiotic numbskull spent.
Thank you. Hey. Oh, well, in that case. Nancy Martin, will you do me the great honor of...
Bobbin! You're not about to propose to me kneeling on top of the half-dug-up rotten corpse of my murdered sister Maria, are you?
Well, I was kind of thinking, no.
And I'm sorry, son, but that ring is no evidence. You have to find yourself another. Here's a sovereign for your trouble.
My gad, what luck! A shiny sovereign.
And as for you, William Corder, I hereby arrest you. Take him away to Berry Jail, and let him be tried by a jury of his peers for the murder of Maria Marten!
In the old red barn.
The old red barn.
No, Maria! No! No, Maria! No! No, Maria! No! No!
And you have been sentenced to hang by the neck until then.
Hooray! There was nothing the people of Bury St. Edmunds enjoyed more on a sunny Saturday afternoon than a good hanging. And the hanging of such a notable local personage as William Porter was a real treat.
However, due to the sudden and unexpected departure of our regular hangman, Harry Kipling, the execution has been postponed.
Hooray!
Oh no, what's this? I see a last-minute replacement has been found.
Now what was it again? Over, under, round, through? No. Under, through, round, over. No. Through, under, over, round?
Hey, Bobbin, is that you?
Hello, Nancy. I mean, I'm sorry, miss. I don't know you. My name's Tom. Timothy Bibbin.
It's you! What are you doing?
We're just trying to earn enough money to buy you a ring.
What happened to your sovereign?
Well, you see, I was going to buy you a ring when I met these two kind gypsies. You know, son, if I had a shiny sovereign,
I'd want to spend it.
well, I'm going to spend it. Gonna buy Nancy a ring. Of course, you could do that. Her ring's nice and all. But if I were you, I would buy a rope. A rope. What would I want with a rope? A rope. When you've got a rope, there's always help. Some needs a winch and monument with a rope. Not just a piece of string with a far more illustrative.
Give your back a break.
Things to live.
It's a piece of cake. Not much give, lots of take. No more hands or strings or muscle ache. And of course the rope is easy to make. A noose. When you've got a noose, there's no excuse. It's a thing you can always put to use. A noose.
Timothy, stop by your silliness and tell me what you're doing.
I'm the hangman.
A slightly implausible comic conceit, and one in no way based on actual historical record.
Yes, you booby. I can see you're the hangman, but why?
Well, I know he's a real bad un who stole my spade, as well as killing Maria and a load of other folk. But now I'm here, I don't think I have the stomach for it. I'm only trying to earn enough money to buy you a ring so we can be married.
Oh, you damn doily dribbler. I'll marry you with or without no ring.
Oh, you will?
Hooray! But hang on. That means that the new execution are to hang Corda.
Hooray! But he shall be afflicted as brother, son, and lover. Take upon himself this mantle of vengeance with gleeful relish.
I think Ferris means he'll do it.
I am glad for Carla, Zelda, and for my heart's one true love, Maria.
Hooray! That's why, all except for him, everybody's happy at the hanging. Yes, everybody's happy at the hanging.
It's the best way to relax.
Although I still prefer the act.
But then you never get to see the boss from a rope dangling.
I like to see a scoundrel paying for his crime.
I'll probably vomit and faint, but still have a good time.
I get to chop rotten vegetables and shake easily alive.
Asparagus.
But